quick live today, folks. Quick live. Figured I would try to get some watch hours, and hopefully, I'll get some awesome people to show up and hang out. And yeah, let's do it. Let's have an awesome discussion or awesome discussions. On your way in, please hit the like. On your way in, please. All right. Beautiful day, sunny day, nice, sunny spring day. Maybe kind of feels like summer, actually. And I'll be heading off to work soon. So I figured I would do a quick live and rush some productivity before I head to work. This is an open discussion, folks. So something you would like to discuss, bring it up in the chat, and I'll consider discussing it. Jill Bait and Tackle Outdoors. What's up? What's up? Welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. Howdy from my campground in Baker, Florida. Roxanne Zalviel. Welcome in, Roxanne. Welcome back. Welcome back. I think you were maybe in mine and my wife's last live stream. How have you been, Jill Bait and Tackle Outdoors? How have you been? All right. Please hit the like if you folks haven't already. And if anybody is catching the replay, thank you for catching the replay. You're awesome. You're awesome. So, quick update. Mine and my wife's channel for I think it was at least 2 weeks, at least, I think, give or take, was taken over. They got our channel, they got our email, everything. And my awesome wife worked hard to get it back. Not an easy process. And it seems that our momentum, I'll call it that, with the algorithm was hurt at least a little bit. It seems like the algorithm is not pushing our videos out to as many viewers as it was before the hostile takeover. So I'm asking for help. I'm asking for help for my family and I to get our momentum back. And you folks can do that by watching our videos. In particular, our playlists might be the easiest thing to do. Don't mind my messiness. I'm just kind of getting my day going. Yeah, our long form content, like our previous live streams, would be awesome. Long form videos and playlists. Those are three awesome ways you can help us get our momentum. JTNE Backyard Orchard, what's up? I saw you came in. Welcome in. Hey, brother, good to see you back. Good to see you in this live stream. Overlay 3, what is your... Oh, there's our first disgusting, weird, trolling person. I'm just, boom, hide user from channel, not playing it. I don't play it. What a weirdo. Well, that happens in these types of live streams, folks. We get some weirdos. We get trolls. We get mean people or people that try to be mean. And it's just the name of the game. It's what happens. And I am seeing 16 accounts playing this right now. So if you're scrolling, stop scrolling. You have the opportunity to do something that is kind and free. And that is play this live stream. Help my family and I get more watch hours as we march towards monetization. And Shawnee Grows, good afternoon. Welcome in, Shawnee. What's up? What are you up to, Shawnee? Let me guess. 1 million different things, knowing you. Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors. The Shawnee live was outstanding and recommend watching that live for sure. Okay, cool. I'll screenshot that. Hopefully I'll remember to check my screenshots and watch the live stream that Shawnee Grows had. Thank you so much for the recommendation. I will try to get that replay. Roxanne Zalviel, did you look up Lamapal? I think I did not. So I'm going to screenshot that as a reminder, hopefully. That's if I remember to check my screenshots. Stony Television, what's up? Welcome in, brother. I'm listening, but I'm planting lettuce. Look at you getting after it. Gardening, making things happen. Live stream on your channel. Oh, thank you, Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors. I think Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors was talking about the live stream that Shawnee and I had done together. That was great. That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with that one. So yeah, folks, catch that replay. It was a few weeks back, maybe a month or more actually, that My wife and I had Shawnee as a guest on our live stream, and Shawnee was awesome. Was totally awesome. Lots of great information. Oh, Jailbait, appreciate that. Yeah, that was kind of you, Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors, to mention that. Thank you so much, brother. What's that weather like over in Florida? Is it like super hot right now? It's been in the 80s here lately, and I'm loving it. Oh, Shawnee Grows. We had kitchen work and water the garden yesterday. Made granola, croutons, chocolate chip muffin loaf. Today moving slow. Filmed a short. Made a pasta salad. Need to go water the garden after 4 p.m. Great job being productive, Shawnee. Shawnee Grows. Yep. 80 degrees Fahrenheit here. All right. Warming up, Shawnee. Warming up. Warming up. You had some cold weather for a while there. Rahul Kumar wrote, hi, welcome in, Rahul. Thank you so much for commenting. I am from India. Welcome in from India. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for commenting, Rahul. And I'm seeing 3 likes. My first goal for number of likes is 7. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hit the like if you haven't already. It's kind. It's free. It takes a moment or so. Real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Hit the like. Thank you to everybody who already hit the like. All right. Welcome in from India. Are you growing eggplants and peppers? I don't know if the eggplants and peppers was to me or the person from India. Shawnee Grows made a connection to local fresh eggs to pick up Thursday. That's a win. That's a win. Eggs. I'll summarize it as this. Eggs over time lose their nutrition and slash or lose the bioavailability of the nutrients. So fresh is best with eggs and fresh is best with food in general, all food. So anytime you folks have the opportunity to get fresh food, that's a win. Local food, that's a win. And always naturally raised. Organic is ideal. If not completely organic, at least leaning towards all natural. And you folks might not realize that there is an abundant amount of irrefutable science proving how much better homegrown, produced at home food is than most store bought counterparts. I say most because maybe some stuff in the stores where you live, you might have access to organic and fresh, maybe even local stuff. There's a store in our town, perhaps run by Mennonites or Amish folks, and essentially it's like a local market. It's a lot of the food, maybe most of it comes from local, or at least a lot of it comes from local, and that's awesome. High 80s, low 90s backyard orchard is definitely thriving. Boom, awesome. Twinbrook Acres, what's up? Hello, all. Is he buffering? There it is. Not sure what the there it is is about. Welcome in, Twinbrook Acres. Welcome in. Is it true it is okay to feed chickens eggshells? That sounds weird, lol. It is absolutely true, and I highly recommend it. Eggshells are predominantly made of calcium carbonate, and it is a relatively bioavailable form of calcium for chickens. Now, a lot of people feed eggshells to their chickens for the benefit, and it does give this benefit of thicker eggshells. Now, hear me out, folks. I'm going to cover something that a lot of people are not aware of. So, besides the benefit of having thicker eggshells, by the way, oyster shells, crushed oyster shells, is another great form of calcium. And one more I'll mention now. Another great form now is Grubterra's black soldier larvae. Please, if you raise chickens, check out our previous review videos, plural, or videos mentioning at least, Grubterra's black soldier larvae, packed with bioavailable calcium. So, thicker eggshells, a lot of people know that. Stronger bones, a lot of people know that. Another thing that's very, very important about calcium intake for your chickens is calcium, perhaps particularly calcium ions, maybe, are extremely important for muscle contractions. Now, when hens lay eggs, they need to contract muscles in order to release the egg. So, if they're not getting enough calcium, they can become egg bound, which, in short, perhaps could be described as an egg being stuck inside them. They just don't pass it. And that's really bad because chickens can die from that. We've had at least one chicken in the past that was egg bound. It's a horrible thing to see. They just kind of like maybe stop moving, don't move much. They kind of squat down and die slowly. There are things you can do to try to get the egg to pass, and it's not guaranteed that the egg will pass, but you can like hold their bottom portion of their body, including the egg outlet egg hole or whatever. I think I probably know the name of it, but I'm just going to go with that for now. The egg hole. Submerge it in like warm, very warm water, not too hot. You don't want to burn the chicken, and that could perhaps relax the muscles and let the egg pass out. But it doesn't always work, and your chickens can die from simply not having enough calcium for the muscle contractions necessary to pass the egg. And that's the thing I think a lot. I don't know. I learned it somewhere, so maybe I did learn it on YouTube. But I think a lot of people are not aware of the benefit of calcium for muscle contraction for laying eggs. Let me check out the chat. I do that too, jailbait. LOL. It's a great thing. It just sounds cool. LOL. I get how people like um, might not want to do that and stuff. And for a while, we never fed chicken meat to our chickens. It was like just a thing in my brain. I might have thought it was weird and or immoral and or maybe not healthy for them, whatever. But I decided at a certain point that it's absolutely fine to feed like leftover chicken for your chickens. Your chickens will eat pretty much anything. Chickens will be cannibalistic in certain conditions. Chickens will eat whatever dead carcass is on the ground. I mean, they eat almost everything or most things, um, and it's very healthy to feed your chickens chicken. I think I've always, or we have always, my family and I have always, maybe not our youngest son, um, but my wife, myself, and our older son Dean have for years, maybe always, um, fed eggshells to our chickens. But the move to feed them actual chicken, that was a thing we decided at a certain point. Feeding leftover eggs is a hugely beneficial tip. I've described this in videos. A lot of times you'll have extra eggs, especially if you got laying happening steadily, a lot of laying, you'll have more eggs than you need for your family. You can sell them, you can gift them, and you can also feed them back to your chickens. And I highly recommend that. Think of it this way: chickens are made of everything that's in an egg. A fertilized egg becomes a chicken. So eggs have all of the nutrients your chickens need in them. Um, and that, like eggshells, is something I think that we've always done. And shelf life of fresh eggs, not refrigerated. I think months. Months. My chickens sometimes eat their own eggs, which is even weirder. That is weird. Chickens will eat whatever. 7 likes, by the way. Awesome. Thanks for the heads up, Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors, about the 7 likes. I'm seeing 8 likes. Thank you so much, everybody who hit the like. You're awesome. So yeah, I highly recommend on occasion, even if you like you don't have extra eggs, but you just got some eggs, on occasion feed some eggs back to your chickens. And here's another benefit. Anybody trying to be self-sufficient, like homesteaders, for example, you want to minimize waste. You want to lower your costs, your expenses, like your feed bill, for example. And one of the ways you can do that is being resourceful and just kind of connecting dots and closing loops, closing circles. Um, like for example, the litter in your chicken coop should be composted. That's used for your garden. Certain things you grow in your garden, you feed to your chickens. Boom, connecting those dots. Feeding eggs back to your chickens. It's like they're producing some of their own food at that point, which is amazing and a great tip in survival situations, or perhaps not as extreme as a survival situation, but tough times. We have definitely been able to defer, as in kick that can down the road, delay, decide to buy at a later time chicken feed because we've been resourceful with food scraps, feeding not chickens, feeding eggs to our chickens. Doing things like that can dramatically lower your feed cost. So it's really, really cool. So Good Gardner, absolutely closed loop system. Boom. Welcome in, So Good Gardner. Happy you're here. And I'm so happy you understand what I mean. I'm so happy you understand what I mean. Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors, I'm going to make you a moderator. I think you might have already been a moderator, but I think what happened, folks, is when the horrible person hacked our channel, they actually removed people's moderator status. So if you're not a moderator and you once were a moderator, please don't take it personal. My wife and I did not remove your moderator status. Whoever took over our channel did. And it happened, I noticed that happened with at least one other person in I think it might have been my wife's last live stream. They lost their wrench. Okay, lost their moderator status. My wife and I didn't do that, folks. So please, Janet Potter, gonna make you a moderator. You might have already been a moderator, and if you were not, you definitely should be. You deserve it. Shawnee, I wonder if Shawnee still has her moderator. Shawnee lost her moderator status too. Wow. It looks like Twinbrook Acres. I'm not sure if you were a moderator or not. I don't remember, but you absolutely deserve it. So I just threw some wrenches back out there to some of you folks. Mr. Sweet Time, welcome in, brother. What's up? And Mr. Sweet Time, I don't recall if you were a moderator or not, but whether you were or you were not a moderator, you absolutely deserve it. So I gave you a wrench, or maybe gave you the wrench back. I'm not sure if you caught what I said before, Mr. Sweet Time, but the horrible individual or individuals that took over mine and my wife's channel took away moderator status from, it looks like, many or maybe all of our moderators. So that was not my wife and I, folks. We love our moderators. I've said before, we have the best moderators for our channel. Yeah, that's really messed up. They did that, huh? Mr. Sweet Time, welcome back. Boom. Thank you for the warm welcome. It's great to be back. I'm just getting, and my wife and I, rather, we're just getting our momentum back. It's been a wild, I'll use that word, about 5 or 6 months for our family. It's been really challenging. I'll use that word. And we've been overwhelmed. However, things are lining up. First and foremost, most importantly, God is great. And God has been with us every step of the way, helping us navigate these very tough times for our family. And I have not been putting out as much content as I would like. It's just I might have even actively and or passively and or subconsciously kind of lost a little motivation, at least maybe a little, or however much motivation. It's hard to describe when you lose a channel that you've been grinding over 6 years with, what that's like. And I'm not being dramatic, folks. It really was a nightmare. Um, and I'm the type of person, when I'm in something, like when I'm working a lot, it's relatively easy to keep on grinding, keep on working. But then, like, the vacation happens, and it's hard to get back into. Not saying like our channel being taken over was like a vacation, just perhaps it's analogous to this. It's hard for me to kick it back into gear sometimes, to get the momentum, to get the motivation again. Um, I am extremely motivated. I'm going to be pumping out, and my wife's going to be pumping out. We are going to be pumping out content for you folks. Stay tuned. We're just really busy and getting caught up on some things, many things, taking care of many things. So, in the shifting list of priorities in life, YouTube is very important to us. I absolutely, and my wife absolutely, we absolutely consider YouTube to be a priority, but it's not our top priority in life. So, Um, yeah, that's life. Constantly shifting priorities and just doing what you can do when you want to do it, and sometimes doing what you should do even when you don't want to do it, right? But I am feeling the momentum. I think just getting that like first shorter shorts out there helped me get that momentum and maybe even some of my motivation back. Um, that shelf life is crazy long. Yes. The protective bloom, which is the coating that surrounds eggs when they're laid, is really great at protecting the contents of the egg. Mr. Sweet Time, and now growing quail. Awesome. I have a pile of leaves I dump dishwater on. I go back and grab the few quail to feed the quail. The pile of leaves like is a compost pile, and the dishwater. I hope you're not putting any like toxic stuff on there. Although even the toxic or unnatural dish soaps apparently do have some like pest use in gardens and things. I wouldn't. I would stay away from that. But uh, keep toxins in mind. Keep toxins in mind. YouTube is just a gateway. What do you mean by gateway? Mr. Sweet Time, you don't need YT to monetize. Build your brand and build a wall around it. What do you mean by a wall around it, Mr. Sweet Time? Well, we have done some things and made a little something, little, may or may not have made a little something here, a little something there, maybe, maybe. Um, so affiliate relationships are a great way to make some money. We've done some things, and I won't share all the details here for a reason or reasons, but we've done some things, and we are definitely working on building a brand. I absolutely agree, Mr. Sweet Time, about building a brand. Check your local library for events. What kind of events? Is the floating egg test still the same with unrefrigerated egg? I don't recall the details of the float and egg test. If I thought about it, I might be able to remember. But I'm not sure as far as same with an unrefrigerated egg. I assume it to float an egg, maybe to check and see if the egg is bad or not. Um, I assume being unrefrigerated, it would work just as well, or maybe even better. Or if it's going to work one of those ways, refrigerated or unrefrigerated, I figure maybe unrefrigerated, it's more likely to work. Build your brand and website and other social media to keep it alive. YT is just one part of the army. Oh, I absolutely agree. Great advice, Mr. Sweet Time. Yes, we at some point are going to get a website. We're at some point we're going to launch our other social media. We're just in the middle of a big family transition, like a big life transition for our family. So we are kicking certain cans down the road, waiting, holding on just a little bit. My wife and I have talked. We really want to do things well. We kind of just a lot of our YouTube stuff has been just kind of like just going and doing things when we can, whatever. Just kind at times maybe winging it, and we want to do better. We want to improve our delivery, or at least I would like to improve my delivery, our editing, production, get more organized, get really, really treat it like the business that it is for our family. But we have some really big dreams, and I think we, between the two of us, we have enough know-how, enough knowledge that we've gained over the years, um, specifically with social media, business in general, different things we've learned, different things we've done to make some huge things happen. It's the execution now. We have limited time, limited resources, and whatever else. But with the big change that is happening to our family, which I'm not going to announce now, maybe in a week or so, I'll make the announcement. Um, things are going to explode with our brand. I'll put it that way. Very exciting stuff coming up, folks. I love to raise worms in retirement. That's awesome. You don't need to retire to raise them. Go for it now. That might be awesome. I think it would be awesome. I just retired and hope to support more channels and improve my own. Good for you. Congratulations on your retirement. And Shawnee, what events were you talking about? By the way, why did you let that snake go? Maybe it's a cultural difference. Where I'm from, we kill the snakes when we see them. That's a great question. That's a great question, Roxanne. I may or may not have killed a snake or snakes on our property in the past. However, particular snake, I am confident that I know the kind of snake that it is, and it's a beneficial snake. It typically does not bite people. If it was a copperhead, like I've seen at least one copperhead on our property before, then I would do whatever I decide to do at that point because there's plenty of wild area for those snakes to live, but protecting my family and I is our top priority. So, um, yeah, that is a beneficial snake. It eats mice and whatever else. So I like having it around. It's been spending a lot of time directly in front of our front door, right there in our in and around our one of our planters, our gardening areas. Um, it just hangs out there, and I'm gonna let it go. Jailbait and tackle outdoors. Remind me to send you a jar of G Money honey, 100% wildflower honey from Florida. That would be awesome. My wife, our two sons, and I absolutely love honey. Wow, that would be awesome. Wow, we would love that. My family and I would love that. The egg float test is not 100% correct. Okay. And what is the egg float test again? What is that for again? Refresh my memory, please. My bad. I grabbed the worms from the pile of leaves. Nice. Get those worms. Get those worms. Alphionsia alphin. I might have pronounced that incorrectly. From which country are you from? The United States of America. United States of America. My label, my brand. Oh, that's your label, your brand. That's awesome. G Money Honey. That has a nice sound to it. I like that. G Money Honey. I like that. That's awesome. Well, my dad lives in Florida, and oh, I'll be right back, folks. My dad lives in Florida, and if he buys honey, I'll try to get him to support you. If you sell that, that is. I'll be right back. Moderators do stuff. Do you support Israel? That's a topic I actually would love to talk about, but I'm not going to discuss it in this live stream. And I've got a reason or reasons in my brain, actively and or passively and or subconsciously. I think I have a reason or reasons why I'm not going to do that now. That's a I'm not going to do that now. All right. Had to take care of something there quick, folks. I accidentally left. I am back. Welcome back. Great job, mods. Uh-oh. Bro, in my country, Indonesia, it's still night. Why is it day in America? um, get him out of here. I'm not going to get into that discussion. I have more to say about that question than probably most or all people in the world. But I'm not going to do it here and now. All right. I was gonna call it Hillbilly Honey. That's cool too. I like the H and the H, the alliteration, but found out that was already an existing brand. Oh, Plan B was G Money Honey. I like G Money Honey. I like that. Run with it and know that support will come from the least likely places. We had a little housekeeping. That's the right thing to do for anyone that's beneficial to the garden. For anything that's beneficial to the garden. Yeah, let it live. My label, my brand. Very cool. Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors. Yeah, I would love to get my hands on some of that honey, man. I would love it. And folks, I have got a lot to do in a short amount of time before I head to work. That's if I end up working today. Um, this was a short live stream, just a little over a half hour. Thank you so much to all of our supporters, as in my family and I's, mine and my family's supporters. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks for everyone who was active in the chat. As always, great conversations. Like these live streams are awesome. I mean, um, and I enjoy them. I really do. You folks are amazing. I wish you folks were like our neighbors. A lot of you people, I wish you were our neighbors. It would be awesome to hang with you face to face. And I'm going to finish up. So I have to go watch the replay later. Thank you, Jen. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe. You have a great day. You stay safe. 22 ounces. Wow, that would be amazing. By all, why is it day in America? Flat earthers. Flat earthers don't believe that it's just all day all the time everywhere in the world and just night all the time everywhere in the world. All right. Thank you, everybody. I'm happy you folks made it. Hit the like if you haven't already. I am out. For those of you who catch the replay, right? Coffee in the comments. That will let me know that you caught at least some of this live stream or at least that part when I mentioned the coffee. Write coffee in the comments if you catch the replay. Thank you so much, everybody. Again, LL Cool J Lyrics, don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. You folks are awesome. I'm talking to you awesome people. Thanks again, everybody. Hey, have a great day. And first and foremost, always, most importantly, God is great. Take care, everybody.